Welcome to IXL call. In this video, we're going to look at checks. This is how we record payment made by check inside the Excel call. Checks or manual payment systems, payment method paid by suppliers, vendors, or service providers. And if your business still uses checks, these sections allows you to record those payments accurately. You use your checks when you're paying your suppliers, your bills, you're doing reimbursements or refunds under Excel core. In Excel core, under the accounting module, on our left of the menu, we'll see checks. Checks will be able to pay suppliers or expenses. To be able to do a check, we are able to create a new check. Configuration allows us to configure our checks in terms of one, we have the company logo, name and address. If you don't want anything of this included, you're just able to click on the same and use the appropriate currency for your for your country. Then you're able to choose from which bank account will display the balance from that, and then we can say this is check account number 1, or create different check account numbers depending on where you're starting from. Pay the order. Once we pick the order of the person we pay, we see all the amounts. We can see the amounts that are displayed there, and we can say we want to pay the clients. We check on the box, and the system automatically puts for you the amount that we need to pay for the supplier. We can do a memo of what we need to do, to write, to remember, or to be able to be sure of what we are dealing with. A check, once done, we can't save now, or it can be signed by the authorized signatory. We can import the signature, signature is available, and then we can sign the check. That provides the signature on the check. Then we can now save and print later, save and print now. We can save and print multiple checks if we've done multiple checks. So we can say save and print now. The system will allow us to do the print of the check as it is. Clearly, we have the settings, the correct settings on our printer. Once we have the correct settings, we're able to make the print of the check. And that's how we use check payments in IXL core for those who still use checks as the means of payment or ways of paying. We can reprint the check by selecting the check number that we want to reprint, or create new check number or new beginning balance check. We can do that from IXL core. And that's how we deal with checks and using checks for payments of bill and dealing with checks. For here, we can void the check if it's no longer valid. We can make this check void by clicking this. And that's how we deal with checks in IXL core. We'll see you in the next video.